Mm. Can you hear that fan knocking by chance?
No,
Good, good. Well, hi,
whatever you mean.
friends.
Hello, friends. Hi, my friends. I am grateful today. It's a beautiful day outside in Del Rio, Texas. And my heart goes out to all of those who live in northern states who are getting slammed by all that weather.
Frozen
Because,
tundra.
man, that's a lot.
For
Like Heather's
sure.
showing me these videos on TikTok, like, look at this, and everybody's getting blown away, and you don't know which way the snow is falling. It's crazy. It's crazy out there, kids.
Bonkers. Wacko.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
crazy.
Hi, Ben Roy. Rito Benaroy. It's good to see you. Welcome. We thought we'd hang out with you guys for a little bit and talk about the chart for maybe the week, or do a collective read, or just sit and chat. If you guys are members of our YouTube channel or members of our Patreon channel, ask whatever question you'd like. We'll lay the cards for you real quick. That's the gig.
Yeah, that's for members
You can
only.
call me
So,
Rito. Okay, we'll
yeah,
call you Rito.
it's for our
Rito.
9.99 members or only, or and up, or our Patreon members, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah, hope you guys have all had a great weekend. It's been pretty low key here.
Loki.
Low key.
Um, I did release. Finally, I got the entire presentation for the fourth house Cancer energy. It is up for the top tier right now on both the membership and the Patreon channel. I've taken Dane Rudyar and slowed it down, and I was able to see a formula, a method for Cancer energy, which makes a lot of sense because everybody's like, transmute the energy, just transmute the energy. What does that mean? You know what I mean? What are you trying to
Process it.
tell me? So there's a process and a method. It's
Process
just
it.
easier when it's all broken down into baby steps. Yeah, it's a really cool presentation. Rito says it was overwhelming actually. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hi, Rita. Welcome in, hun.
Yeah.
Um, hey, sis, did you share this to Patreon?
Oh, that's a good.
So
Thank you.
our Patreon members know what's up. I just from this
No, thank you for reminding me. I
computer.
really appreciate it. I'm on it, Mom. I'm on it.
I appreciate it. I didn't help, but otherwise, I'm kind of incapacitated with my hardware right now.
No,
So,
you're doing great. You go to war
mm,
with the army you have, not the one you wish you had.
that's right. That's right.
That's
Wants and wishes, man. Wants and
right.
wishes.
Wants and wishes. Had that conversation with. I did a reading earlier today, and I had to explain that to the person. Everything in this world has spiritual development attached to it. It doesn't matter what it is. And you can get real mad, you can get real angry, but at the end of the day, the only thing you can take away is the lesson, right?
Hmm.
So I was talking with her and going, hey, man, I was homeless twice. And there's a lot to learn, even if it sounds like terrible, awful. Oh my God, I would never want to be homeless. I'm just letting you know there were a lot of really good lessons about needs and wants. I got real clear
Yeah.
about what a human needs versus a want. And people thought I was crazy because they'd say, what do you need? And I'd say, toothpaste, soap, jar of peanut butter, and a loaf of bread. And I remember my sister in law was just like, what do you mean? There's only 6 things on this list. And I was like, that's all I need. You know,
Bare
it got
necessities.
crystal clear about, yeah. And the truth is, the rest is all just wantiness,
We are a wanty species.
right?
If that's one thing that I've seen throughout my spiritual awakening, especially like with all the things changing in the governments, and you see everybody, kind of in most countries going against their government and stuff like that. I think to myself, uh, I mean, here, Woke.Ones.Revolution, it's about a spiritual revolution, right? And but then, we are in revolutionary times, and I think to
Yeah.
myself, man, you know, especially here in America, we're really wanty people. We like our creature comforts. And so to rebel against means you have to be willing to give away some of those creature comforts and back to bare necessities. But
Yeah.
anywho,
No, no, you're
all
not wrong.
all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, and I'm glad that we're here to be able to spend it with some friends.
Man, just having a good time.
I was thinking about some stuff. I on my off time, I listen to a lot of podcasts and learning things constantly in addition to all my astrology things. And I was thinking, and David Palmer brought this up, and that's the Leo King. I'm gonna mention this because it was extremely. You know how this year it was like everything in 2025, all the outer planets shifted for the first time into the next sign, which is
Oh
something that we
yeah.
haven't seen in forever. He brought this up, and I actually missed it the first time he was talking about it. But it's kind of like with all the conjunctional history, conjunctional astrology, right? Having to do with the
Yeah.
outer planets. So you figure 2020, you know, um, the pandemic, that was the Saturn Pluto conjunction up in Capricorn, right? And we've
Yeah.
had a lot of major big hits. We had um, Jupiter, Jupiter conjunct Uranus. Now we have Saturn Neptune conjunction happening in Pisces, soon to be, gosh, in February. 0 degrees Aries at the 0 point for everybody. But after they separate, there's no more big outer planet conjunctions for a really long time. We've been through going on six, or this will be 6 major years of outer planet conjunctions, which are generational planets. They move really, really slow. So that really just, I mean, it helps the collective energy shift. So if we're talking about those revolutionary changes, yeah, I mean, these last 6 years, incredible changes. Um, Love Maya. Hi there. Maya, honey, we would need you to be a member in order for us to ask about, in order for us to throw tarot. We just need you to be one of our 9.99 members here on YouTube or one of our Patreon members.
Or
We'll
higher.
do
Yeah.
we'll do or hire we'll do the free we'll do the tarot readings for our members. Otherwise, hun, we're just hanging out talking astrology, doing our Sunday hang out with our friends.
Hi, Erica. I still have your chart, Erica, plugged into my astro.com list. I saw it this morning. I saw it last night. I was like, there's Erica. There's Erica again. It's kind of crazy. Thank
Oh,
you so
Erica
much,
gave us a
Erica.
dollar. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thanks for
Appreciate your
thinking of us.
donation.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I still have your stuff, man. And I'm like, there she is.
Yeah. And love Maya, honey. It's not that we're trying to be greedy. This is our career. This is our business. And we've been doing free readings for well over a year here on YouTube. So, it's one of those things that we do need to have a commitment on our members in order for us to spend that time, because we do, and we pump out a ton of good stuff to our patrons
We
and to our
do. In
YouTube
fact, this
members.
next week, we're going to be doing the 12 zodiac sign tarot reads for the members on both YouTube membership and the Patreon channel. We know you guys love that. And then Heather puts out her transit calendar that you can print off. And she does a whole spiel that's kind of really cool about
Yeah.
astrology for the month.
And I have to actually ask for a little grace and forgiveness for my patrons this month. I was not able to get on top of it because we were so busy, and I've kind of leaned into some other stuff that has taken my obligations. And I went to start doing all my stuff last night and had computer issues. So
Yeah.
I'm in a position to where I don't have the ability to do the work that I need to do, but I'm gonna get the transit calendar up ASAP and get you guys the rest of your monthlies out. But yes, as she mentioned, every month we do all 12 signs for the tarot cards for the month.
Yeah.
And it is only our YouTube members here that are at the, basically the $10 tier, or our Patreon members, the basic membership or higher. We do those are the ones who have access to those readings. So if you want in on that and the questions,
Also, this next month's going to be kind of exciting because hallelujah, praise the Lord. I have been building the Terra course presentations. 2 are ready for recording. I'm halfway through the 3rd one. And if you're on the highest tiers on YouTube or on Patreon,
you guys are
you
so
get the
lucky.
courses for free. Any
You're
kind of
gonna
course I build, it's all yours. I just beg that you send me some love occasionally, some hearts, some kisses. I'm good with that. I really am.
Yeah, yeah. You deserve to be adored, and
I
we
really
adore you.
do.
Your
I'm
Venus and
such a
Leo
fairy.
is always so loved.
Man, it
Yeah.
brightens the room, and I'm just like, I'm a fairy queen. It's terrible.
Love Maya, dear hun. Check so like on our YouTube channel, uh, click on the description of our YouTube channel. It shows how to book a reading with myself or with Miriam. It'll take you over to the site and you can see what our rates are. They're extremely reasonable compared to
Everybody else.
professional astrologers and tarot readers.
We are.
We are way generous on what we do because we do know the times are hard and we want to be able to help people get through them. So we're extremely reasonable, dear. You'll see when you compare,
Well, yeah, we
you'll be
also
like,
do
wow,
the $25 emailed reading if that won't work for you. 25
yeah.
bucks. We'll read and then send you the email, babe.
Ooh, and I was
Okay.
just thinking, we haven't taken down our paired reading. If somebody wants to get
Our what?
tag team with us and have
Oh,
you and I
yeah.
both for an
Where we both
hour, I
read.
think it's like an hour 15 or something, to where we both read your chart
Yeah.
at the
That's a
same time,
recording too.
or two of us and a recording that we'd send to you, or each of us do a tarot reading and throw down for you for like
We
an
just
hour.
have lots of goodies.
It's good stuff.
Okay, so I was
Erica, Shadrick, hi, honey.
hi, Shradak. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, I probably
Okay,
butchered it.
so back to the chart because there's lots going on with Capricorn getting just filled up real strong with Capricorn energy right now. I was telling Heather this morning, like, dude, need to ride that train now while it's here, especially before, the sun
Ride
moves
what
in its
train?
orbit.
The get to work.
Get to
Get to
work.
work
So the
train.
higher motivation, I was thinking of it the other day, like, what if you had Saturn in the 5th or Capricorn over the 5th?
Oh shit.
Is this like getting real serious about your love life? Like, no, I'm serious though.
Yeah.
No, no, no. But I'm serious though. Like a Capricorn? No, no,
Are you
no.
ovulating because I'm ready for a kid?
I need a legacy full of children, lots of kids. You ready about that? I
Right?
was thinking about that. Like, man, I wonder if they're a bunch of Capricorns getting to work.
A lot of
I don't know.
entrepreneurs. That's a very entrepreneurial set,
I would say
Capricorn over
so
the fifth.
too.
Yeah, very
The stuff that
entrepreneurial.
I've studied about Saturn or Capricorn in the 5th, it has to do with this person having a very specific talent for turning something fun into a business.
Yeah.
Like you're the owner of the roller coaster, you're the paintball owner, you own the shooting range, you're the owner.
Yeah.
They do something, they take something fun, and it takes them a really long time to figure that out because they'll go out there and have fun and have the fun. It just doesn't scratch the itch.
Yeah.
And that's because you are an entrepreneur
It's
and
almost like a hobby. It's almost like a
yes,
hobby that you start building because then all of a sudden you have every single thing you could possibly need for your hobby. And it starts out
right.
like that. And before you know it, all your buddies are hitting you up for it. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, shit, let me
Like a
make some
romance
money.
app, like a Capricorn builds an app for romance. That right there.
Yeah.
You are the owner. Go get to work.
Yeah.
Start your
Yeah. Yeah.
business.
Hi,
You know.
Jessica. Hi, dear. Good to see
Hi,
you here.
Jessica. It's good to see you, babe. 'Tis good to see you, my friend.
So, is everybody relieved that the holidays are over? I am.
I am.
I
Heather's like,
am.
I am.
I am.
I
I can't do
am.
any more damn cookies, Miriam. No more cookies for a while.
More cookies are coming. Today I'm making chocolate chip. Chocolate chip, I promised a friend. Chocolate chip. Cheers. They're really
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
They're
and we
good.
may actually, just to let y'all know, we may actually be cut short. Um, so if we end up getting cut short, it's because we have somebody showing up. So
I have a visitor that drove all through the night from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I was like, dude, are you serious? You're an adult. Do what you want, man. My door is open. You know what I mean? Hey, Sarah. Hello, friend. Oh, by the
mm,
by, I know that Candace is not here yet. I wanted to let you guys know. Last time we were on, we were talking about the eclipse that's going to be February 17th next month, right? It is a total solar eclipse. And basically, the moon is going to get in the way. All right. And from our perspective, it will look like the moon has covered the sun completely. Now, I'm also going to say this because I'm a friend, I'm a good friend. Anytime the moon goes dark, I don't know why, but the actual truth of things comes up to the surface. Happens every month during a new moon. But with a total solar eclipse, man, it's like it's digging deep for this stuff, digging deep. So there might be a lot of surprises because we're at, January the 4th, just to give you guys a heads up, later this week and starting next week, the strength of this total solar eclipse, you may start to see the pattern of a certain topic that just came out of nowhere. And now it's in front of your face.
mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you just keep going, okay, why is this thing in my face? It gets stronger and stronger the closer we get. Some of you, it might be my mother, something about my mother. Some of you, it might be your bicycle. I don't know. Um, but
You
you'll
just put
you'll
that
start
Queen
seeing
song
it.
in my head. My
Which one?
bicycle.
There's so many.
There's a bicycle song by Queen. You put it in my head
Oh
now.
yeah, you were singing that this week, weren't you? I
No, you
remember
just put it in my head. I was you were singing Bohemian Rhapsody this week.
all week, man.
I
That
was
song's
belting out
just
some Janis Joplin earlier today.
you know all week.
But yeah, like on the Eclipse energy, it is you'll start to see the theme ahead of time. You know, couple weeks ahead of
Hi,
time.
Aqua baby.
The
How are you,
closer
my
you
friend?
the closer you get, yeah, it's going to be that moment. But realize that those eclipses, the solar eclipses, take
I'll be
time.
right back.
Okay. Those solar eclipses definitely play out sometimes over many, many, many years. So just know that we're pretty much dealing with some pretty karmic times. I'm pretty sure that her company showed up. Um, and yes, hi, Aqua Baby. We'll see what's going on with her in just a minute. But while we're waiting on Miss Miriam to come back, I don't know, just a few thoughts because I was talking about just a few minutes ago, the after, well, let's say March going forward, shy of the eclipses, we're pretty much done with some having some major conjunctional astrology happening. That's where the outer planets like line up side by side, like they're in a straight line. If you look at them from outer space, basically, that's kind of a way for me to put it on. Helio is for you astrology lovers, and know if you know what that is. But we do have still right now, Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces still. And I just want to give a little shout out to this Neptune energy because I know that there's still quite a few people sitting in a lot of confusion right now. I would hope that there would have been some clarity, or there will be some clarity coming soon your way. And if you're ignoring it, that's what the whole needing to do the shadow work is like, because that Neptune at 29 degrees, that's the very last degree of the entire zodiac. Neptune takes well over 100 years to go around the whole zodiac wheel, and it's at the very final degree of the zodiac. And that Pisces energy, 29 Pisces. Pisces is, yes, it's mystical. Yes, it's creative. Yes, it's godly. Yes, it's about the collective, but it's also the house of um, where things are hidden, right? We can have hidden enemies there. That is Pisces. The lowest vibe of Pisces is that self sabotage stuff, right? That we do to ourselves. So if you guys are stuck in that cloud of not you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling confused about what path, I'm going to ask you guys to really take some time to ruminate with what it is that your intuition and your higher self has been telling you for a while now, because it's not new. It's been a theme that's been going on for quite some time. And I'm just going to ask that you don't give up. Okay. Don't give up. This is a degree where we're going to see a lot of people, unfortunately, giving up, throwing away things that, and when I say things, I mean important things, people, careers. Pisces is the dream, right? Um, don't necessarily just throw away your dream. Don't throw away the relationship unless it's toxic and you're just done. Then it's time to go. But eclipse season will definitely be revealing all that stuff, and that's probably when you'll see that breaking point. But just gonna say, like, if you find yourself, if you're one of those that's like in recovery, or you've been grieving and you're needing some help with that, I'm gonna ask you to reach out to a friend. You know, hit up Miriam and I, book a reading with us, get help with a therapy. Like, they do talk therapy over video chat to where you don't even have to go. And, it is helpful to be able to get this stuff off your soul, to speak it out aloud. Sometimes it really just helps to have an ear, but even more so to have somebody listen to you that has a genuine concern for your well-being, and that helps you be able to process the actual emotion. Avoidance is another thing that is you're going to be seeing people do at 29 degrees Pisces. And the Neptune, it's in its home sign, right? Being in Pisces. It's in its home sign, which makes it really really strong, and almost like a pardon. It's pardoned in its own sign. Like, it can do whatever it wants. And how it vibrates and how it shows is going to very much be based on how you internally are feeling. And don't forget, a lot of our biggest fears are hidden in that house. A lot of what we what we carry within us, if we're constantly worrying and stressed that something bad's going to happen, something bad's going to happen, right? And so, not to say, and I'm not saying that you got to be totally optimistic about everything, but if anything, if you're allowing yourself to stay grounded and not stay too lost in the sauce, not too lost in the clouds, then you can actually start to vibrate that. The more you do that, start yourself a practice, work that other axis of Virgo, which is on the other side of the zodiac, and maybe make it some sort of a daily practice, even if it's like Miriam likes to bring up her morning coffee, right? Like, don't talk to her during that time. I have my morning ritual where don't talk to me during the first hour of me being awake. Yes, it takes me that long. Um, but when you vibrate on that higher level, more you're opening yourself for universe to be able to give you more blessings. And don't we all need more blessings, right? Um, Multitasking. I'm going to look at the chat here. Um, Hi, Sarah Jean. Okay, let's see here. Jessica, I don't know that Miriam's going to probably be coming back. This is an old friend that she's been waiting to see for a really long time. So, Peacock Rainbow Flower Beauty. Hi, dear, and thanks for subscribing. So, we were going to go ahead and do tarot readings for our patron members, and/or our YouTube members. To get a membership with us, um, it'll show you how to do it there from the chat. But as of today, um, we have three different tiers for YouTube. It's the 9.99 tier or higher on YouTube that gets the tarot readings on Sundays. You can come into our chat, ask us a question. We'll throw down the cards for you and answer. And the Patreon members, that is the lowest tier is the 9.99. So, anyways, as she mentioned, she's got a tarot course that we're going to be rolling out, and that'll be available to the gatekeepers tier here on YouTube, and the all access members over on Patreon. So, and she also just posted something. If you're one of my all access members, Miriam just posted a cancer video discussing. Gosh, it was really, really great. She's going into detail about cancer energy and processing emotions, and even has like scientific stuff behind it, plus all the astrology stuff that's available for the gatekeepers here on YouTube and the all access members on Patreon. So, hope that answers your question. Aqua Baby says Neptune and Saturn and Pisces just sounds like a nightmare, just like saying those words on the surface. Yeah, and you're welcome, Peacock. I love your name. I don't know I see you said you subscribed. Um, well, no, that wasn't you. I apologize. I was looking at somebody else. Oh yeah, you did say that. We had a whole peacock ordeal here at the house. Like a peacock. Once I got here, a peacock randomly showed up at the house, and it's came back several times. We haven't seen him since around Thanksgiving. But yeah, it's I love peacocks. All right, let's see here. I don't think I have too much more going on. Let me see what I can't, the access that I have on this computer, I'm kind of blocked out of stuff. So I can't pull charts or anything. I think that I'm going to go ahead and bow out here since she's still gone. That means that she's otherwise occupied. So we'll try to check back in. I doubt it'll be today, but we have tomorrow and the day after that we're going to go in and we're going to do the readings for tarot for all signs for the month of January. We're going to be starting that tomorrow, probably like tomorrow afternoon. And the cool thing about it is we don't just record the video. We post the link to where you can actually come into the live as we're reading the all signs tarot. So it's pretty fun. You get to jump in there, and we have a little community built here, and we're seeing a lot of familiar faces coming back. Love seeing you guys all chat with each other in the chat. Hi, it's me, Namira. Hi, dear, and yes, happy New Year to everyone. I'm ready to say deuces to 2025 for sure. That was a rough year for your girl. All right. Well, hey, I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video at this point. I have to go
No,
into
no,
the other.
no. I'm here.
Oh. You are here. Okay.
I am.
I was about to stop because I've talked for a long time. Are you?
I'm
Is
here.
that happy smiles?
You just, you know,
Oh,
there's certain people you feel safe with,
yeah.
and this one's one of them.
Oh.
So yeah, happy tears, comforting tears. I am happy and excited that Iris currently has this person engaged.
Oh, okay,
So that
cool.
should be about 6 hours.
Ball, 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 ball.
Ball,
It reminds
ball,
me of
ball,
like, do you guys remember was it Eddie
ball.
Murphy on Dr. Doolittle? He had that one dog that would be like, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. I'll never forget. So it's a little funny story that not many of you know about, Heather. But I grew up in a family that was a family of bowlers. They all loved to bowl. Great, like bowling league and stuff. Me too. I grew up bowling. Not that I was very great, but me and my sisters and aunts used to do like bowling tournaments. We would drive to Oklahoma or whatever, and we do a bowling tournament. And I'll never forget there was this older gentleman that every time he got up on the approach, he would hold his ball, he would put it to his mouth like he was kissing it, and he would sit here and he would do this for like no kidding, 30 seconds. And I'm standing back there going, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. Like, would you go? Because you're supposed to have lane courtesy, and wait till somebody goes before you go. Throw the ball. You're muted, darling.
Oh,
Not now. You're
am
good.
I?
No, you're good. But
Wow.
I was talking about a bunch of things while you were gone. I was
Oh, good.
letting people know we had new people coming in asking if they could ask a question. I explained that talked a little bit about Neptune being at 29 degrees and how to try to help work through those heavy, very cloudy watered emotions that are overwhelming and yeah, just
I
that.
think the Neptune conjunct Saturn thing is placing the role that, say, God intended in front of your face, like right in front of your face.
Yeah.
And you've had it, I've had it. Everybody's kind of getting this. This is the role, the responsibility for you. And it, for me, it's been a lot like, you already know what you're supposed to do.
It's no secret.
It's no secret. You already know what it is. And I'm putting it in front of your face, not as a reminder, but kind of like as a standard, because Neptune is there. And so it has to do with the higher vibration quality, because it's in the last degree, 29th degree. We need completion. We need
Mhm.
total package on this thing.
Before we
So
can start
it's
with the full card, that's for sure.
right. Exactly. And for me as well, because of my spiritual recovery and the way that it kind of happened, you know, if God's calling you to do something, he'll foot the bill. That's how it works. And stepping out in faith to pick up that role. And Heather and I had some talks about that this past week, where my way of talking with spirit is, of course, different than everybody else. Heather is very generous, very open, and I'm a snarky a-hole. Where I was sitting on the couch going, hello, hello, we're going to sit right here until you show up. I'm plugged in. Let's go, you know?
Well, I
Um,
took some of your moves, the snarky
this
shit the
past
other
week,
day. Last week, yeah, I mean, I had a big
uh,
decision that had been weighing on me for months and months, and I due to that Neptune Saturn, and it's all in my 12th house naturally. So it's like double trouble in my area. And I'm just like, I
right,
could not make a decision. My whole heart and soul was telling me this.
right.
My responsible side was going,
Reality.
the reality, because that's where people get lost, because Saturn's still in Pisces, reality. Saturn is a reality check. And
Right.
so it's like do I stick with my dream, which my soul knows, which is great because that's Neptune. Yes, I
Right.
my soul knows I need to go this way, but I can't throw the baby out with the bathwater because Saturn's
Right.
saying, "You do that, your ass has nothing." You know,
Right.
like so that's what I'm
But
saying. The
that
self-sabotage thing can be being in your own way.
the Neptune Saturn thing, I think, because Neptune is now stepping into Aries, which is about the self, putting the self out into the world. And there's cool tools that come with that, like Gemini on one side and Aquarius on the other. But when I think of Neptune moving into Saturn, into Aries for the next 12 years of our lives, um, I'm seeing it as a progression, that the role that we're taking on at first, we may be very friendly and very open, but over time, I think that role thing that Saturn is saying is going to get groomed. We'll get sharper, we'll get better. And by the time Neptune leaves Aries, we should be serving in our function the way that we were called to do. So even though we've all had that, I know I need to serve the divine collective in some way, I bet you $10 that by the time it's getting ready to leave, we're going to be doing it.
Saturn's work tied up
Yeah.
there next to Neptune and Aries of pioneering in something new,
Yeah.
individual sovereignty.
Framework.
Saturn's work, Neptune's spirituality. Spirituality work in Aries, you're going to see, and if you're feeling it, don't throw the feeling away. Don't
Mm-mm.
shy away. Don't shrink yourself anymore.
No.
Even if it's in small rations, start to feed that part of your being that needs that interaction. Even if it's starting your own little YouTube channel or your own
Right.
TikTok or your just don't
The
let the
framework of
don't let the
Saturn,
dream dissolve.
it's going to say, you know, you may ask yourself, I don't know where to put myself into the world. Saturn is going to be stepping in and saying, this is the foundation and this is how it works. This is the framework and this is how you put yourself in there. Um, Saturn is not really a teacher, he's a go-getter. And he'll throw this stuff in front of you. You may be very confused. Um, like someone may say, write a book, Miriam, write a book. I ain't never written a book before in my life. So that's the beginning. You see the vision. I don't know how to do it, but by the time Saturn leaves, I sure as heck will, because it's a method of work and discipline. Work,
Mhm.
discipline, work, discipline. And just like Heather said, you know, even if you give it 10 minutes a day and you do it consistently, it'll show up. Little things, right? Little things. Hey,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, hey
Aqua
Jerry.
Baby.
Let me answer your question, Aqua Baby. I have a see me
Oh, yes, I
multitasking.
know the book you need. This is literally the title of the astrology book. The title is The Last Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. For real.
That was the
That's the
first
name of the
astrology
starter.
book. That was the first astrology book I got back in like 2018. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
first one I
wouldn't say
picked
my
up in a
first,
library.
but
Go to the
really first.
library. It had it on the shelf. I was like, oh. And I was curious, like I was shelving books back in the spiritual section, you know, and I looked down and the next section had esoteric stuff. I pulled it out and I was like, oh, is this like horoscope stuff? I saw the maps and I was like, I know how to read maps. And that's kind of how it started. But the book is called The Last Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. It's really good for
Oh, the
beginners,
only astrology book you'll
the
ever need.
only astrology book you'll ever need. It's very good for beginners. It's easy to chew on. The words are not confusing at all. they give you really good examples. I will never forget, they have Oprah's chart in there. And they just take one little small section of it and they go, okay, here's Oprah's North Node. You see the South Node, blah, 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 blah. I would also say that you need to print your chart out. Print your chart. And one of the
100%.
reasons for that is that as you learn astrology, you'll be looking at your own chart or the charts of your loved ones or your boss. It'll give you the ability to make notes, to scribble and scratch, to add asteroid numbers, right? When that page gets filled up, print another one. One of the reasons for that is over time, as you get familiar with working with the circle, it's a circle, your vocabulary grows. Like any other language, your vocabulary will grow over time. This is something you can do. It looks gargantuan when Heather and I are reading it, but Heather and I have a lot of practice.
And a lot of years of studying. Like, we've been scholars for a long time. And we both have this obsessive thing about astrology, and a lot of people that get into astrology, it becomes your new addiction, which is pretty cool, actually. It's one of the least self-undoing ones that you can do, except for everybody, once you're going through your awakening, you start to notice you can't. You got to know your audience. Not everybody wants to hear it. So
we talk about this a lot. Heather and I, we're still in awe.
Every day.
Complete awe. All the time. When we look at the chart meaning, and then we see it in reality, and we go, how can this be so accurate to my life? How can this be so true to my life? Yeah. We've almost gotten to the point where we see it as a blueprint.
Yeah. To the matrix.
And then you start trusting it. Then you start learning how to work it.
Yeah,
we're sneaky Pete.
That's the fun part, because when you work it, that's where you can really step into your manifesting skills.
Not just manifesting. You can skip some of the bad stuff.
Well, yeah, not just manifesting. I agree with that.
I see something turn in the corner and I'm like, yeah, no thanks, I pass.
Yeah, I will not be going into a grocery store or large theater, or, like Mars, Uranus. Nope, I'm not going anywhere where there's public. Period. Because that's an explosive energy. You can see that, like, if it's going to be a blizzard outside, you're not going to go outside. You're going to prep for it.
Exactly.
You're going to get the shit that you need to be home in the warm comforts of your home.
What if
you're not going to want to jump out in it?
Like something irritates you completely. You can't stand that your mom always does this to you, right?
It's you.
You can't stand it. And then we lay out the chart and we're like, bro.
It's you.
It's you.
You're the same. And it hurts you. And you hate it.
And you're like, what do you mean it's me? It's like, dude, it's in your blueprint to attract people that irritate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the person goes, why? And then Heather says,
yeah.
Because you got this.
It's a law of attraction, law of assumption,
You're overcoming a spiritual challenge that you've had hard times with in past lives. Like, let's say you come from a past life where you're in groups where everybody in the group, it's like nomads, right? We're humans, they're mountain lions. So the human interactive thing inside of a group is the more of us stay alive, the more safety we have, right? Except you got Sneaky Pete over there that likes to take naps on his shift. And Sneaky Pete over there that likes to eat more than his share of the food.
And leave the food out over there for the animals to smell.
Right. Doesn't contribute in any skillful way to the group. So in this lifetime, you'd be challenged to improve your skills, to add more value, to learn about social skills. Thus, the irritation in the chart says you get aggravated because it gets you moving. We want you to move and create solutions and find the answer to your life. As soon as you find the right solution of contribution, of skill, of resources, that aggravation thing goes away magically. Who
It's
knew?
not, yeah, I mean, the beauty in astrology is that it does give you that. Like, I mean, I've said many times, first time I read my astrology, my natal chart, and I've never been a church-going kinda girl. Yeah, I've been to church. Yeah, I've been kind of open to everything, but not locked into anything but spirituality my whole life. And so when you're in that place and you're in that liminal space where you're like, "What is God?" You know, "What is God to me? What is God to me?" And all I knew is that, I believed that there was something bigger, greater than myself. I wasn't sure what it was. So when I read my natal chart, and my natal chart was able to tell me some of the shadow stuff I'd never told anybody. I mean, nobody, about how I feel about myself, things that I've encountered, problems that I've encountered that were internal problems that I couldn't talk to about it with anybody. It blew my freaking mind. I'm like, there is a God. There is God. How do you know this? How is this fact? And I stuck with it and I became obsessed studying every day, reading. And it starts out that way. And I encourage all of you, print out your chart like Miriam said. That's, and start to dig into, start with just
Yeah,
the house, the planet, you're going to want to start with your personal planets, period. Sun, moon, those are the luminaries. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter,
yeah,
Saturn. Go with those 7 to start. In that order, in the house number that it's in. And just start to study. I mean, you guys all have Google. There's AI, which can be very wrong sometimes. So I don't recommend trusting AI, period,
for
when it
everything.
comes
Yeah,
to for everything just yet. Start small,
yeah,
start small. But once you see those patterns, it gives you a guide map, a blueprint. I mean, it's your blueprint in this matrix thing we call life, in this game we call life. And the cool thing about it, holy shit, yesterday or the day before, Miriam and I were looking at some charts, and she pulled somebody up against my chart, like in synastry. And
oh yeah,
what's incredible is I don't know this person, only she does. But astrology doesn't just tell you your stuff.
yeah.
It tells you your partner's stuff. It tells you one of her random people that she's had in her life, like paired up to me. It's insane because to the planetary degree, it'll, like those correlations will go together and you can see that
The story.
everything is connected. So this divine ass life that we have, our creator put it in to where you can look, and when that's why I'm an asteroid nerd. I'm like, I want to know the specifics. Give me the specifics of it. But it's insane because like stuff for me matched up perfectly with somebody that she used to know,
It's
right?
a spider web.
It is. It's a big web, and it is beautiful. And so
You
I
know how they
encourage
said we're
you
only
to
six
dig and
degrees away from whomever. I say it's less than that.
oh,
It's less than that.
isn't that like the Kevin Bacon thing, like 8
Yeah,
degrees of
like
separation or whatever it
yeah,
is from back in the
you're
day?
less than that. You could come visit me. And here's the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs part. I believe in reincarnation. There's too much data that shows me it exists. Um, so there have been hundreds, if not thousands, of lives I have lived in so many situations over and over again. So who's to say that Heather wasn't with my friend in Greece back in
Another
zero
life.
25, some crap. You know what I mean? There's so many possibilities, and especially the Uranus part, the Aquarius part of making friends, the Libra part of making connections, the Gemini part of being like, hi, friend, you know, the air sign connection that has the electromagnetic
Mhm.
appeal for you to be attracted to YouTube videos, for you to be attracted to the candy bar, for you to be attracted to joining the military. All of these things are echoes. They're Aquarius echoes of past lives that your soul is like, I've done this before. You
Your
know,
soul
it'll
remembers.
fit with the soul purpose. Or yeah, I'm gonna push Miriam in that direction because over time that skill will be more developed and there's more that the soul wants to experience over there. You don't know. I don't know that you have not been in our lives in some way before. We all could have been living in the red tent out there in the desert with Moses. I don't know. But sometimes I think about that. The folks
Well,
that
and
come to our chat, and I'm
the
like, dude, we were
people that help.
probably
Yeah,
colonizers of America when America was first being established,
yeah.
right? We were all on a ship together, sailing around in the Atlantic. But for us to
Could
be
have been
friends,
in the times of the Underground Railroad. You could have been at our house and
yes,
we were like,
I have
"Get under the
mimics of
deck,
that.
baby, hide. I'll feed you. I'll hide you."
Yes.
You know, like
And I
it's
know that I'm on
interesting.
that line. Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, a lot of my soul purpose is right on that line. So I tend to attract the groups who were in sorrow and suffering as I was. And so the encouragement factor of lifting everyone up, and it's a large portion why people come to see us to feel stronger inside and to feel more purposeful, you know.
And
Um,
the community, the camaraderie. It's not. Look, I'm an astrologer from the middle of the United States in Kansas in the Bible Belt. Do you think that I was highly accepted, for once I
yeah,
came out of the broom closet?
closet.
The broom closet. Do you think I was highly, accepted? No, but
Right.
it's a thing where you have to. It helps you become
Oh, oh,
more secure within your own self value.
tell him the link that your genetic line has Sioux and Cherokee, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Her genetic line coming from Kansas has Sioux and Cherokee. My life experience, I was in the cavalry. My aircraft was a helicopter, which would have represented a horse.
Apache.
And it was not, I didn't have the Apache, I
I
had a
just know.
Kiowa.
I would.
My aircraft was called a Kiowa, which is
No
also
shit.
another Indian
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
right? So now we peacefully live together in the same home. We've created a home where I am a Cav soldier and she is the Indian. And
I'm
instead
not
of
even
trying to chase
kidding.
each other around the house on horses, we are now loving each other in peace.
And don't
And that
believe we
sort of
don't do
mimic
the
shows up in the chart. Isn't that crazy?
and we get all excited and I'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." I get
She
so
sounds
excited.
it too. She can do the sound. And I'm outside throwing the ball with Iris, like, man, she gonna set something on fire.
Get excited.
She says
Oh,
it
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, and the neat thing too is, like, I've pulled up the charts of people that have, like, just come into my life randomly at a certain nothing is a coincidence, period. And so all these people that we meet, even if it's just a fair weather friend or if it's somebody for just a brief second that comes in and is there to lend an ear, to lend a hand, to lend a dollar when you don't have one, to, give you that piece of advice that you really needed to hear that you weren't
Mhm.
getting that helped solve that problem. I've put charts up against mine and gone, they're like they had karmic repercussions from something in
Mhm.
a past life, and repercussions, I mean, doesn't have to be bad. Yeah,
Well,
like
in that case,
it
somebody
could
would
be
have
that,
withheld. They would have
yeah,
withheld a message.
they
And this
withheld
time they
before,
have to
and this
tell
time
you,
they have to come into my peripheral and my web somewhere, somehow, even if it's by proxy.
yeah,
Like it's a beautiful thing, especially when you
it's
tie in
cool,
the
man.
internet. When you tie in the internet and you have, people
Mhm.
booking readings from other countries and continents, and you're like, whoa, like
How cool is that?
how cool is the universe to synchronize you to see? And it's not that we even have a big channel, we're growing, but
Right.
it's, and we're in the heartland, I mean, further south, but like we're in the heartland. uh, how
Oh,
is it?
she's here on purpose because the Apaches used to leave Colorado in the summer and come all the way down here to Texas in the winter. But even before that, in her chart and my chart, it shows that we more than likely have been nuns or monks that have worked together building. And so here, this area was developed in 1635 by Spanish missions. Okay. And when she got here, I was like, all right, if you and I have ever had a past life serving together as a missionary, a nun, a priest, or a monk, right, or a bishop, then this is the place. So her and I jumped into the truck a couple weeks ago and we drove down to the mission. They have the mission. And I said, according to the chart, it's there. So let's check it off the list and just go stand on that ground. And we did. We stood at the wall, the American wall that walls off from Mexico. And we stood on that ground so we could check it off and be like, okay, we're
Yeah, we
together,
did.
little missions.
That was the
Great.
day we were
Yeah.
seeing little deer in
Oh
random
my God.
places where they didn't belong.
Tell
It
them,
was
tell them
beautiful.
what happened. It was
Um,
crazy.
so I mentioned it. I mentioned it before in one of our other lives, but yeah, like we were headed back, and right off the road there's a field, and there was not even a tree line near it. There was nothing out in this field close enough for me to see. There was a baby deer by itself.
Baby deer. We were
I
like, oh,
pointed,
baby deer.
"Oh, baby deer, cool.
Oh.
Like, that's neat." And okay, more
We
more of our
turned on
magic.
a 2-lane highway. It's not a highway, it's a street.
No, we went
Okay.
to a street. Yeah, where
We
there's
were on a
houses.
two-way street and we were going
Residential.
back, and not more than 4 feet from her open window, there were 3 deer that
In
were
this
just
person's
standing
front
there.
yard.
Yeah, it was somebody's front yard. And I slowed the truck down because
I
she's
said
freaking Snow White,
I
some
said, "Hey,
shit.
hey, there's the deer. You see him?" And she slowed down to a stop, and the
And they
deers just
stopped
looked,
like
and I'm
four
like,
feet from her face. And they were like,
"Hi. Hi,
hello.
babies."
She's like, hello, my babies. Hello. And I'm like,
Don't
okay,
run.
that's enough of
It's
that.
okay.
Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it was quite beautiful. Hey, and actually you said something I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, like the whole nun thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Aqua Baby mentioned in the chat, um where's it at? This add in the Sabian symbols too. It's like it's all too uncanny and it all goes together. Yes, it's a beautiful web, and
But it,
says higher self at the helm with our birth charts in hand, a sea of beautiful lessons before us. And hi, Tony. So I had a point that I was going to say about the Sabian symbol thing, right? So the Sabian symbol in my natal chart, and I don't even think you remember this, Miriam, my moon is 3 degrees Aquarius. So we round up to 4. I'm a monk. The Sabian symbol is that of a monk.
say it isn't so.
The Sabian symbol of my Pluto, which sits exactly on my DC, 7th house, Libra, is a Jewish rabbi. I know there, and my sun sign is an upraised cross on a hill.
Say it isn't so.
It's so. And so you
So,
go through and you have these epiphanies. Like
yeah.
anytime I ever had any doubt, which yes, I still doubt myself. we're human. We still have that need to be
Yeah.
like, is this right? But I look, my north node, my every single Sabian symbol and Chandra symbol is another one that I use personally a lot. Um, you, Miriam does too. You put that, looking at it and I go, holy shit, I am doing exactly what I was meant to do. Hell yeah, I'm working my north node.
I know,
Yay, brownie points for
even if
future
you're
me.
meant to like be someone else's trigger,
Yeah,
you can see that in the chart compared to the other one, their chart, your chart. You sit them side by side and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm the trigger for this other person to wake up, or I'm the trigger for this other person to do a self-analysis of what the heck they're doing. It
hmm,
fits in a way that makes it understandable but also acceptable, where you can just relax, put your sword down, put all that stuff down, because it's already developed. There's nothing you need to do except exist and
yeah,
breathe and keep just taking one day at a time, do the next thing that's in front of you. That's the best you can do, you know
agreed.
instead of getting
Plus,
all riley. You don't have to get riley about it.
plus the
It's already
understanding of
there.
the people that are around you. So it not only helps you understand why you've gone through what you've gone through,
Right.
but it helps you understand the people that you love and care for too. So
Yes.
your kids, your parents, your spouse, your best friend. What's that quirky thing? Ah, shit, baby, they were built with it. You can't help
Right.
it. They are who they are. Don't try to change them. They're going to have these flaws, these characteristics, but you still love them. It just
Yeah.
helps you understand and create a I mean, goodness, you can look at a kid's chart that's young, and maybe I've seen where people are struggling with the communication or emotional things with their kids, and being able to look at it and go, well, they have this placement,
Yeah.
and here's what I would recommend. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing. That's funny. Aqua Baby
That's why. Oh yeah,
said that
go ahead.
her well, no, I was just going to mention Aqua Baby said that her son's at 3 degrees Aquarius. It is
Oh, you
Pluto.
guys would be
So
like best friends.
yeah, poor girl, says, "Hun, no, whatchamacallit, the Pluto's been all over our shit for the past year and a half, so we'll get through it. We'll get through it. It's deep,
I'm
and it
telling
doesn't
you,
let you ignore it. It does not
that
let you
Pluto
ignore it."
moon thing, the Pluto sun thing. I bet Aqua Baby, if Pluto right now is sitting on top of your sun, it has to do with the masculine male patriarchy line of your lineage. In other the other way to
And
say it is,
communities.
you are carrying the sins of your father, and to transmute that, really, to kind of say, oh, okay, I'm repeating a bunch of stuff that my dad did, and then to alter it and say, well, instead of getting mad at my business partner and kicking him out of the house, I'm going to find a way to love my business partner, and we're going to eat cookies all the time. It's taking that energy and kind of saying, where dad messed it up, I'm going to do the right thing. Hers has to do with the mother energy, and thankfully she's with me. So her mother visits a lot, Pluto, right?
Mhm.
Um, the spirit of her mother will come to us, and she'll make jokes, and she'll stand with Heather while
Give us
Heather is going
beautiful
through something.
songs.
Yeah, she'll give us songs that are from the 80s, and we'll be like, was that your
Mhm.
song? And Heather will go, no, that just came out of nowhere. Be like, oh, okay, that must be your
Mama.
mom. But the love between her and her mother with Pluto and the moon comes out greatly. And she does. She adores her mother. She has a lot of respect and admiration for her mother. So it's not so painful, if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah, the sun, if I
all
could
of
speak on
this,
that dynamic, the sun Pluto, like what you were just mentioning. For those of you that don't know, how did she get the father? How did she get the mother? So the sun is the father.
yeah,
It can represent the father. It's not, I mean,
yeah,
obviously it's your soul. It's you, it's your embodiment and it's more like geared
ability,
towards your career, your ability, how you
how
shine.
you come at stuff. you know?
Yeah. But it's also father, and the moon is mother, and Pluto on your sun. Pluto unearths things. It digs down deep. So it very well could be that she's using past life stuff. I'm saying more like it could be more so that you start to maybe if you have a father figure, maybe they're going through some really hard stuff. Maybe you learn some things that you didn't know about them.
The
Maybe it
sun
unearths,
represents
and it's
our
you.
talent,
It could also be you and
hidden talent.
unearthing hidden talents and and urges that urge. It's almost Cancerian. I almost
I
put the
didn't know I
moon
could
on
do
it,
that.
but it could unearth a new you, like a phoenix. Yeah, I'm gonna go there and be
Yeah,
cliche. But you said one thing. She's making Aqua Baby. You're making incredible points. She said, "I would love to see psychologists use astrology. It
they
would
do.
really change the game," and they
They
do.
do.
And not only do they, but you will hear greats. I mean, like Carl
They do.
Jung from the past, like
I'll
way
be
back
right
in the
back.
day. He did psychological stuff. And I wanted to touch base on this because really you can, if you look at it, you can they since they all have their own archetypes, each and every planet, right? And you probably have heard people refer to them as gods, the changing of the gods, kind of thing. It's more like those planets aren't just out there, right? They say as above, so below, right? As within, so without. Everything up there is actually within here. And the construct of astrology and the archetypes literally speaks to psychology. It's the psychological thing. We have all those planets within us. So that's what makes it such a beautiful collaboration, because although they are out there moving around emitting energy, the moon goes and comes, and the tides go in and they go out, and it affects everything. Every planet has its sphere, almost like you think about a radio tower, how much signal it can emit. Each planet emits its own signal, and those planets are within you psychologically. It's all different archetypes, right? Kind of like you see us do the tarot. Tarot has all these archetypes. Well, um, that's that's just one thing to keep in mind,
Hot
is that
mess.
each one is almost like a psychological part of yourself,
Yeah.
a psychological or emotional part of yourself, and so all those planets are within you, and yeah.
Ah, look what she said. She said the dad themes. Sorry, hold on. She says the dad themes I have been circling the last year, face to face with my parental relationship.
You're right,
Yeah,
baby.
the sun will light it
Yeah,
up and you'll be
yeah,
like, dang, that's ugly.
yeah.
Or it might light up and it'll say, you have more power here than you think. And you'll be
Yeah.
like, I do. It's
Well,
like
and the
that.
power to go, "You know what? They were just kids too. They were just growing up as
Yeah.
they were raising me. They didn't
They
know
didn't know.
better. They didn't know better, just like me as a 45-year-old mama myself."
As you
I
said
think
that, I remembered when my mother didn't put seatbelts on any of us.
nah,
You know,
man, I
we'd just
said,
be standing in the
well,
back like,
right. I got that shit too in the 80s. There'd be four, me and my cousins and sisters be jumping in the car seats, running around, and then you hear, "I said, shut up," and some
right. My
brakes.
mother would reach back and she'd twist. Oh man, it
Everybody's
was
in the windshield all of a sudden. That was our parental stuff in the 80s.
Aqua Baby says absolutely. Once you understand the as above, so below concept, you can really start to see the pattern and what each piece represents in the system. You know what?
Ooh,
This
I
is
got it.
taking an old framework of seeing the world and it's redefining how you see the world. That's astrology. However, I would also say that Aquarius rules astrology. So if you have Aquarius in the third house, never mind. You know what I mean? You're going to learn astrology. Aquarius in the first house. Aquarius is very strong to alter this very quickly, and all of a sudden you see it, and it's a fresh new world that goes out into futuristic, and this system that's being brought forward from the ancients again, this system redefines things, I believe, where humanity can live in peace with one another. Humanity can do it. This system can help us do it. And that's Aquarius, like every day, all day. Um, I love astrology. I love
I
the
know,
idea
me
of
too.
living in peace with one another. I love the idea of accepting one another right where they're at and understanding, like Aqua Baby is telling us she's sort of at the beginning of learning astrology. Well, great. We'll talk
Hence
about the
Pluto,
basics.
hence Pluto on your sun in Aquarius, babe.
We will move towards you to help you come up front. And that is the humanitarian efforts of Aquarius. Um, and I think with Pluto in Aquarius, we're going to see a lot more of it's not just a futuristic system, it's a humanitarian effort for all of us to live together. Aquarius doesn't want people on the fringes. We're all weird, we're all different, we're all strange in our own different crazy ways.
But we're all
It
one.
doesn't mean we can't like each other and have that brotherhood thing of
Camaraderie,
comrade thing kind of
community.
going on with one another. Um,
One thing I
yeah,
wanna pop in and say because, she says absolutely once you oh, you already read that part, the as above, so below thing. So, I'll take that a little further. Remember how I was just saying, as above, so below, as within, so without, you know? Um, that in itself, when you really get into it, and then you start thinking about the dynamics of time and how everything's going so much faster, and you hear people talking about timelines and how, like, even in your own life, you're going through this process, and all of a sudden, you wake up one day and that other timeline just doesn't seem to matter anymore. It's like, I'm not
no,
even there anymore, bro. But think about it.
mm-mm.
The timeline thing, if you go into us, we were talking about past lives and all this stuff,
Yeah,
and you talk about let's just talk astrophysics. It's true. There's timelines.
yeah.
We're a
There's a,
spiral. We're a
it's a
spiral, and
ripple.
it's like a ripple effect.
It
And
is a
so,
spiral, but it's a ripple, like a coil, like a slinky. And
yeah,
you and I, because we're aware and awake, we can choose to swim between the rings and just swim our little happy butt to the next one.
I'm gonna
And
go
just,
spend 2 hours, in a past life. I'm gonna go jump on this ring for a while.
yes, I'm going to
And
find meaning in a past life that makes this situation make sense. That way I can accept it, come to terms with it, be at peace with it, and swim to the next rung. Be like, bring it
yeah,
on.
but the
Hmm.
interesting and crazy thing that revelation that that I've had is that their inner the charts being the web of different people that you don't know coming
Right.
into your peripheral. um the timeline thing is that, like, you can go into astrology and look at your chart and then look at your best friend's chart, put it together, put some random person that meant a lot to your best friend there. You have a connection to them, and it's all these different timelines over different
Yeah.
lives, and it's a beautiful, like, the in man, God must have been one hell of a Virgo. That's all
No
I gotta
joke,
say.
right?
Capricorn,
No
Virgo,
joke.
all just woo, 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 all those connections. Well,
It's
Aquarius
crazy
too.
because as soon as you begin, you'll see the shift. She's right with the timeline because all of a sudden, the lesson that you were applying yourself to with focus, all of a sudden it resolves
And you
and you
mirrored up.
move on. And there's somebody new showing up, something new in the music that you're listening to, something new in the internet stuff that you're watching. And you'll be like, what changed? You did. You changed. And now you're on another. Sometimes it's higher. towards your purpose, like your soul purpose of divinity. And then sometimes it's something karmic that comes out of left field because now all of a sudden you're ready. And you're like, oh, great. Let's solve dad's problems now.
And
You
now
know,
more than ever, what's exciting to us is that throughout time, think about the 60s, the mood rings, the incense, the hippies, and how astrology, sun sign astrology, started becoming popular. And then it phased off. We go through Pluto and Capricorn. Everybody gets serious about their money and their possessions and power and control, and anything etherical becomes woo-woo, right? Well, astrology is not going anywhere, and it's not going anywhere for a really long time with these shifts of this Neptune Saturn hitting 0 degrees Aries, I'm sorry. Another outer planet, Uranus. Right now it's back in Taurus, but it's going to be going back into Gemini. And that combo right there is astrology. It is
dude, I'm telling you,
spirituality, it is technology, it
right.
is timelines, it
Updated
is fast.
amendments, you
Yeah,
know,
it's not going
updated.
anywhere, and it's because it's so let's talk about real quick disclosure, right? So, what
That's a good
happens when
one.
disclosure happens? And everybody's belief about who they thought God was and what is life?
UFOs.
What is life? What is religion? What is whatever?
Yeah.
Everybody is going to start leaning into what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to be here to be able to help out all y'all with Miriam and help understand and get a little ahead of the curve, babes. You're in the right spot.
Yeah, I think
Aw.
the
Hi, Brandon.
importance of learning this stuff, and we appreciate you guys hanging in with us this long. It's only going to get better. Every Sunday, we plan to come and sit and hang out with you guys. So make sure you're here. And if you're at the top tier or a 9.99 or higher, second or third tier, you can go ahead and ask some tarot questions, and we'll throw cards for you because we want to
There's
show you some love for real.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
support us, we will definitely support you. Um, yeah,
If you're
and it's
really feeling the fix for a tarot reading, um, like I said, tomorrow is when Miriam and I are going to do the all signs for our patrons and YouTube members. And we'll do them live, so you can hop in and watch us do. We're not going to be reading the chat too much because we're going to be in our zone.
yeah.
But I was going to also say I did do a video. The thumbnail isn't the prettiest, so if it slips through your cracks, I did do what's blocking you. The transition into 2026 for all 12 signs. That was
Ow.
for everybody on YouTube. So if you're really itching for some tarot, go grab that. Miriam's
You can always
posted
just
quite a
get
bit
a
of stuff.
reading with us. I mean, that's not bad
Yeah.
either.
And you help
But
support us because,
there's so much to talk about when it comes. Now, look, Aqua Baby, the other thing I'm going to tell you, my love, with discipline, please start tracking the moon. Do a self analysis on yourself and track the moon. Do it. Do the analysis of the people you work with or your family members and just look at the moon and do a cross check, because the visual, like being played out on the stage in front of you, will only give you more definitive vocabulary for what that energy really means. So right now, the moon is in Leo, right? If you tonight hang out with your family members and everybody's trying to give a performance, or everybody's wearing a mask and they won't give a performance. Leo energy, I want to shine. Everybody get out of my way. It's about me. Seeing it in person, you'll be like, oh, I want to say it's on Thursday, the moon will move into Libra. And watch watch what you do. The moon will move into Libra on Thursday, and all of a sudden you feel like calling a friend. You'll be like, "Oh my god, I was thinking of you," you know?
Well, and then
Um,
you figure right now if where I mean, I haven't looked at a chart because of my computer situation, but wherever the moon is today, if she's saying it's in Leo, that's your opposition, Aqua baby. That's your opposition. So the sun being an Aquarius with Pluto on it, with the moon opposing it, might feel like a bit of a push pull. You know what? Do I want to cozy up and watch a movie
I would
and just enjoy my Sunday, or do I want to go out and shine? You
I would
know, like a
also
push
say
pull, a push pull of that.
Uranus is squaring in Taurus, that whole setup. So something random just shows up, like your ex shows up with a $500 check. Hey, this was your half.
Oh, and Chiron's direct now. So the moving
Ooh,
forward from this shit show of the
space.
last year and a half of Chiron within these few degrees just
Yeah,
slowly going in Aries.
there's so
Chiron
much to
going
talk about.
yeah, Chiron going direct. It's definitely pulling through some healing vibes, but Capricorn season says get to work.
I
And
am
if
ready to go for the evening, just to let you know.
no, I am too. I
I'm
know.
feeling the flow.
I know we need to
So
go
it's time to check
entertain.
out.
We got to go entertain, guys.
We're gonna
So
go follow the flow.
love y'all. Thanks for
We love
showing
you.
up. See you next time, guys.